What's going on, everybody? I'm recording our intro on my phone, mostly just to keep from distracting anybody around me. I'm actually driving home, but I wanted to do our intro for our new episode that should be up, should be on Wednesday, and we're doing a segment every so often, and right now it's called 40 Minutes of Bits, and what that means is really we're gonna try and keep the recording down to at least 40 minutes, and it's really just about random things, different things that we think are interesting or might enjoy talking about. They're not specifically about one particular topic, but about all the things that we enjoy. So, like last week we talked specifically about our predictions of Avengers. And next week will be our spoilerific episode of our kind of our review and synopsis of Avengers: Age of Ultron. And so this week we wanted to at least still have an episode to post, but not have the spoiler episode up so early. We wanted to give some of you folks, you late bloomers, an opportunity to go and go watch the movie still. So you get like 2 weeks to go see Avengers. And so today we wanted to broadcast on our podcast our first 40 minutes of bits. And in this episode, we talk about several things. We get a little heavy. Shane gets a little heavy with his theories on Thor's, I almost said Hor's hammer. I just said it. I just said Hor's hammer. I apologize for that. We we get his theories on Thor's hammer, things he's read about. It's really interesting. Gets really nerdy, like not like cool nerdy, but like science nerdy. And so we talk about that a little bit. We get some opinions from Oscar on his thoughts about X-Men and why he prefers X-Men over Avengers, which is an interesting thought. And then somehow we get to a point where Oscar and Shane get so mad about, the game of the year, The Last of Us, and they wind up ruining it for me, which is fine because apparently I'm the reason that Shane can't enjoy The Last of Us either. And you can find that out in the episode. Yeah, this episode hopefully hopefully make you laugh, make you think. So take a listen to our first episode of our 40 Minutes of Bits segment here on the 2Thirds podcast.
Yeah.
You turn it down?
Who turned it up?
I did, because we were watching, or you did, because we were watching YouTube.
I feel like I'm really sunk good now.
You did, because you looked it up.
Yeah, you did.
You were the first
You
one.
probably did.
Why did I turn it?
You know what?
I don't touch shit.
I'm done. This podcast thing is stupid.
This is over.
I was right all along. Oh, really? What?
Okay.
How about I turn down the music and you can just hear me like slashing?
First thing I wanted to talk about was this really cool theory that I saw on Tumblr, which is probably where most of the things I talk about on any sort of odds and ends episode would be. It's the reason why people can't pick up Thor's hammer. So there's...
Is it because they're not worthy?
That's part of it. But...
Didn't Hulk pick it up once?
Yeah, but in the movies. So in movie continuity.
Oh, okay. Movie continuity.
This is based on a GIF of one of the trailers, of a part of one of the trailers where Thor hangs up his hammer on the hook.
Oh, yeah.
And they say, well, the hook must be worthy then. And they're like, no, I don't think the hook is worthy. I think that the hammer is a fixed point in the universe. That when it was created, it became a quantum, object that the Earth moves around. So the hammer doesn't move.
Figured it out.
The world moves around the hammer. Mm-hmm. And the reason that Thor is worthy is because he is the only one that can match the resonance of the hammer as it moves around. And so I thought that was a really cool way.
I was typing and not hearing anything you just said.
That's fine. Oscar heard it.
Yes, I did.
But I won't.
That the hammer is actually a fixed point in the universe, therefore there's no really picking it up.
Right.
And Thor matches the resonance
Right.
of its
So he attaches
matter.
to it and moves with it.
So okay, so
So-
everything.
Or
So
no, he
strong.
attaches with it and becomes a quantum object himself while the world moves around.
Okay, so
his whole-
Mjolnir is
that's
like,
not
or
like a
Meow
movie
Meow
house.
is like where the sun is the center of a solar system.
Right.
Meow Meow would be also one of those things.
Absolutely. I didn't know you could kill that guy.
Huh. So
That was just a cool fan theory that I discovered this week, that like I enjoy talking hard sci-fi that's not actual real hard sci-fi. And so like getting what would be in between soft sci-fi and hard sci-fi?
All I can think is porn,
Right. So porn sci-fi.
like softcore and hardcore. It's- it's-
Yeah. So like mid-core sci-fi.
mid-core sci-fi.
Mid-core. Yeah.
And so like
So the thing that I find interesting, it's another theory that I heard on Tumblr too, is another part of that trailer, and it's a gag, but it's when Captain America tries to lift the hammer and it shifts a little bit.
yeah.
There's a fan theory that Captain America actually knew full well that he could lift the hammer, but in order to not embarrass Thor, he just acted like he couldn't. So that's why it's a little nudge, but he doesn't pick it up all the way. Because if it can budge, hypothetically, it could pick it up.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting.
So is really like the whole thing like those who are worthy to has nothing to do with like morals or like a character issue. It just has to do with those who are worthy enough to like from a physical standpoint
I think it has
alter
to
their
do
body.
with, like, the spiritual. I think, like, there's... I think, like, kind of like, crap. Are spoilers allowed here? I'll be... Okay, I'll just...
Spoiler of what?
Interstellar.
Oh man.
Okay,
I
so
haven't
we'll say
seen
no,
it.
but you know what I'm getting at, right?
I've not seen anything of Interstellar. I don't know anything.
You know what I'm getting at, right?
About the
About the ending.
the fifth dimension.
You're saying it.
Okay. Oh Jesus!
Oh man, I wish we had like a video capture while we're talking. Oh my gosh!
I did not mean to pass through the portal.
So Oscar is playing Dark Souls and he was like on top of part of this building and he just stood there and
You came across the first boss, right? Like that's what
yeah,
that
it was the first boss
Yeah,
and then
he's easy though.
all of a sudden he just like he bursts out of the floor and it was funny. I guess you had to be there. Okay, so Interstellar, you're saying something about something with Interstellar.
Okay, so for people that have seen
If I close
Interstellar,
my
like,
ears and like sing laws while you talk about it,
yeah, you have to
yeah.
come close to the
So
microphone then,
I'll
I can
close my ears
whisper about it.
or well, gosh dang it, I'm the one editing, so I still have to listen to it. Gosh dang it, man.
It's
No, I don't think Interstellar is spoiler worthy yet. Like we still need to give it some time.
Okay.
But anyways, what happens in there, I think it's the same concept as why people are worthy or not worthy. So I don't think you're right or wrong. Is
Okay.
all that boils down to.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
So I'm trying to understand. So the hammer is like a central part of the universe, and so when
Right.
things are moving, like how does that mean that everything's moving backwards? Because when he propels forward, like he's flying forward, right, towards something. But if things are revolving around it, then
you kind of have to think of like the fourth dimension and how like it's at a level that we can't see,
okay,
and so it's fixed. It's a fulcrum, but it's not a fulcrum that's forward, back, up, and down. Like it's I'm waving my hands in a circle because it's like that.
like Mr. Miyagi.
Right. Hmm?
You gotta watch it.
You were
Is
waxing
Mr.
on.
Miyagi a quantum, like,
Yeah.
like a fixed point in the universe? No.
Jackie Chan's a fixed point in the universe.
It's like a black hole. And when things move within the black hole, if you're the black hole, things are moving. But if you're the things, the black hole, like, you're not moving still. But you are moving.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I get it. So Thor's hammer, that's like deep, like nerdy nerd stuff.
Right. I just thought it was really...
It is kind of cool though. It's a cool theory.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm bringing.
I don't really know how to segue into. Well, like let's end each topic with like Oscar's 2-word explanation or thought on the thing we just said. So
Nice snippet.
yeah, like 2 words, 3.
Welcome to Oscar's Corner.
Yeah, 3 words.
Oscar's dos pesos.
Yeah, dos pesos. Yeah, so
You know, we still use cents in Mexico, right?
Have you heard that language? It does not make any sense.
so Oscar, your thoughts on the hammer, the meow meow thing?
Mexicans are great.
Really
About
loud.
it being a
Tacos.
fixed universe?
Everything
I
we
feel like
just
that's
said.
Make it like a realistic reason why no one can lift it.
Dang
you
it,
know,
Oscar!
but-
I said 2 words. Literally 2 words.
Okay, I didn't think you meant literally 2 words. Sounds nice.
No, finish what you're gonna say. I'm sorry.
Well, your theory just feels like it's kind of like a very realistic answer in the movie universe. So, I mean, like it sounds like something it needs instead of just like, oh, he's worthy. But then again, I feel like they would have accepted the fact that he's a god or a demigod.
Right.
Well,
So
he's
is it really necessary?
He's technically not like. That's the thing. It's all about perspective, right?
Uh-huh.
Earth thinks that they're gods,
Uh-huh.
but in Asgard, they're not. They're just people.
They can die. Like,
Yeah, like, but to like in Middle Ages, like the Earth, Midgard thought that Asgardians were gods.
So a fixed point in the universe.
But
Let
we
me
understand
explain.
that-
I've got a better. It's like the warp
Asgard's in a
theory.
universe, right? Or
It's a
what-
dimension.
It's a different. Yeah, it's a different realm.
Okay. See, that's just hard to think about because the same way, like, I was going to say, like, Superman. But we know where he's from. He's from another planet. Therefore, he's an alien. But Thor's not from
Thor
another
is
planet.
an alien. Yeah, he is. Thor's
He's
an alien.
From a different
But he's
realm.
traveling like transdimensionally. Superman was traveling from another planet.
So then he's an alien, then.
Like Krypton could be within the Milky Way galaxy, where Asgard could be in a completely different
Okay.
dimension. Possibly.
So warp travel, you take what they are trying to do with warp travel is to be able to not push into space and time, but pull space and time towards them. And that's what the hammer would be. That's what the hammer is if it's a fixed point.
Okay.
It moves because it pulls things to it.
I got you.
So
when Thor reaches his arm out for the hammer to come to him,
he's meeting its resonance.
the hammer's actually just moving him towards him.
Right. Right. So it's kind of sentient. In that way, it would be like Green Lantern's ring.
Yeah.
It finds the person most worthy.
I got you. Okay.
In fact, it'd be exactly like the ring.
So Oscar's 2 pesos sounds good?
Sounds nice.
All right, cool. Next thing then.
Like, I'll accept it.
You accept it. That's why you're a Google fanboy.
Shut the up. That's an iPhone thing, man. You just accept what they give you.
You just accepted what Google gave you.
But that's not like, okay, I can't accept their things.
No. Oscar.
Okay.
Is that how you, when somebody says your name, you say okay?
What's going on? What's up? How you
Okay.
doing?
Why are you more excited for X-Men than you are for Age of Ultron?
Oh man, that one's a really hard one to explain. Like, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I just think they're just much more interesting, really.
Why?
I don't know. It's just them, you know, like the characters themselves. Because I feel like with X-Men, I have to deal with the fact of like it's Tony Stark, and then there's also Iron Man. They're two separate things. Like we argue about that. We're like, he was a really good Iron Man, but he wasn't a really good Tony Stark. He wasn't a really good Peter Parker, but I loved him as Spider-Man. You know, like you always have to look at him two different ways.
Well,
Wolverine's just Wolverine.
Yeah,
You know?
but really the only person we have that argument about is Spider-Man.
No, but I see what you're saying. So you don't
But I'm seeing two different characters. I have to deal with.
You don't like the idea of the secret identity.
I guess
none of them have it though. Like the Avengers, Spider-Man was the only one that had a secret identity. Maybe Hulk, but that wasn't like a huge thing.
But they're two different people depending on what they are. Like really, besides Captain America. Okay, well, Iron Man, Hulk, and well, I
Thor.
guess just Iron Man, Hulk, and Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all and Daredevil.
Yeah,
they're playing on two different levels, I guess.
Where X-Men are really X-Men for the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I don't know. I just enjoy that. Like it's nothing against them. It's just something.
Well, no, I mean,
it's nice.
So why do you not like the secret identity part of it?
Again, it's nothing like. It's not that I don't like it. I don't hate it. I just feel like with the X-Men, it's just a bit easier and just a little bit nicer.
So it's more palatable.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's more of an action movie that way.
Yes.
It just cuts straight to the point of this is John McClane. He's not John McClane, and then also like a superhero.
I'm not looking at John McClane as he's like working the streets and everything like that. He's like he's a beat cop, riding this cruiser. No, he's just a guy stuck in at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Okay.
Right place at the wrong time.
Wrong. John McClane.
Wrong place at the right time.
Is a fixed point in that hotel, right?
Yes.
And then
I don't know.
when the
anything
gun,
about
he
Pokemon.
resonates with the gun that he needs at the moment.
exactly, and
Yeah.
Snape moves around him. That was always one of my favorite things that I read on Cracked, was the idea that our lives are the same as John McClane's, where John McClane always makes the narrow escape, and he always is just a hint away from death, but he never dies. That's our life.
Uh-huh.
Like, we live in the universe where we always escape death.
We're seeing the ideal version.
Exactly.
When there are previous ones where we've died plenty of times.
Right. Like, every time you run a stop sign, in this universe, you ran the stop sign, and everything was fine. In the other one, you got into a collision and died. And so, like, there's sprawling parallel universes that keep doing that. And if you keep carrying that, it's like, we're immortal, if you really think about it. Right?
If we're looking at the dimensions yet, like there's a chance that we could be
Like,
the
we would be
version.
immortal. We have to be the immortal version, because we could never die. So when I turn 90, they're going to come up with the answer to immortality, and I'll be the first one to be immortal, and the only one.
But we're immortal so far until it's done.
Yeah, until you die.
Yeah. We won't really be there to really experience it.
And that's just looking at it like just from like a purely human standpoint. That's not even looking into spirituality or into
Yeah, that's ignoring
afterlife.
spirituality. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the more atheistic side of it is like we're just alive.
Yeah. So like with X-Men, Oscar, have you seen any of the photos for the new characters yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
I need
because
to.
they just released concept art for Angel, and they released Nightcrawler. So
There's a Nightcrawler game?
no, not a game, like the character, like photos for the movie, the new X-Men movie. They've released like.
Does he look similar to what he did like in X-Men?
He looks.
2?
Honestly, he looks like an emo version of that. Because he's younger.
Oh, okay.
They cast all of the what I would assume are going to be the new original X-Men.
Sansa's going to be Jean Grey.
Stark?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I'm happy with that. The same way, what's her name? Maisie Williams? Arya Stark?
Right.
Supposedly she was going to be Ellie for... Damn it.
Oh, for The Last of Us?
Yes. I was like, alright, I'm happy with that. And then I heard Bruce Campbell. I was like, I'm not happy with that.
you don't like Bruce Campbell in The Last of Us?
I don't think he'd be a good Joel for The Last of Us.
I've never played Last
Why
of
not?
Us, so I don't know.
I don't see Bruce Campbell as like that old Midwestern man, you know? I see him more as a New Yorker kind of person.
He's from Austin.
Is he?
The game starts in Austin.
Really? I just don't see that in him. I guess that's why Austin's so weird.
Hey!
They weren't in Austin. They
Shout
were
out
like
to the best town in America.
They were in a small town outside of it, like kind of like how Mansfield is with
Round
Dallas.
Rock or whatever. Like,
yeah.
No, they're probably in Cedar Park. But anyway,
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
still Austin. The game is set in Austin.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, they like the game really starts like in. God, where?
Is it Austin?
No, they're not in Austin at all. The whole intro is like in Austin or whatever,
Right.
but then it's like 5 years later, and I want to say he's like in New York, because there's parts where you're like in Colorado. Yeah, dude, you're in all these different places.
Yeah, it's in New York, like that part of New York, Colorado, right?
You haven't played the game. It's a different area.
You're
It's
right.
not
I
what you
haven't.
think. Hey, there's soup. I think there's some left.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet Jesus, I'm almost dead.
So with X-Men, I don't feel like we talked. I mean,
Enough, really.
well, you're the one that mentioned it last time.
I didn't want to talk about it.
Okay, well,
It
I'll
wasn't
say this.
considered.
I thought Days of Future Past was a good like, in to use your word, retcon, per se. Like, it was a good way to kind of like fix some things, but then not fix, like, they didn't fix everything, but they could have. Like, it was a good opportunity. It was a missed opportunity.
There are 3 levels of X-Men movies. The bottom level is X-Men Origins Wolverine and X3 X-Men United. The second level is X-Men First Class, the second level is X-Men First Class and X-Men the first
It
X-Men
looks even
movie.
shorter now.
The top level is Days of Future Past, X2, and Wolverine.
Man, did you enjoy X-Men?
And the Wolverine.
The newest one, Days of Future Past.
Yeah, I loved it.
And I think that Age of Apocalypse is going to fit happily in that second level.
Really cool.
2 pesos?
2 pesos. Dos. Pesos.
X-Men Days of Future Past? Or the newest
The conversation we just had.
My
Didn't
dos pesos.
listen.
Dos pesos. Everyone
Dos
quiet
pe-
for
dos
Oscars.
centavos,
Dos
'cause
pesos.
would be more like $2. Or
What would it be?
75 cents.
You can have 3
What
words.
would it be instead?
Dos centavos.
Okay, 2 pesos.
Dos centavos?
Dos
Centavos.
centavos.
Dos corazones. What's your dos corazones, Oscar?
Dos pesos.
Not too
Everyone
hard.
quiet.
Dos gatos.
It can be
Not too
3.
cats.
It can be 3 words.
Tres
Like
centavos.
I would
3
I would
dos
say
pesos.
I would say it was in or it's in Austin. That would be my 3 pesos. But go ahead.
I really want to argue about Last of Us right now, man.
Okay, let's go. All right, new topic.
It's not in.
Wait,
the
wait,
whole
wait,
movie's
wait,
not
wait,
in
wait,
Austin.
wait.
Like, we're not going to be
Wait,
walking
no.
down Congress
Austin.
Avenue. Is it Congress Avenue?
Yeah.
It's just,
Austin.
You don't even
Wait.
know what Austin is. You could be walking down Mancheca and not have a freaking clue.
Nope.
People are like, oh, I guess we're in, I don't know, Alaska.
Okay. No, see, the beginning intro is just them at their house
Where?
moving. He's obviously not going to stay in Austin. 'Cause
Oh,
this-
they're in Austin.
I'll spoil the shit here right now. His daughter
No.
dies. And
No! I haven't
Obviously,
played
it's in the
it!
first 5
I
minutes.
haven't
We're cool.
played it!
We're cool. We're cool. That's like the very first thing that happens. We're cool. Don't spoil anything else.
That's all there really is to spoil, really. Obviously,
his
he's not gonna
daughter
wanna
dies
stay
and
around
they're
the
in
house.
Austin. That's the two big things that you need to know about the game.
For the first 3 minutes, they're in Austin. Obviously, he's not going to stay in Austin. That's where his daughter died. He's
Let's
gonna be
talk
moving-
about the game you gave me. It's not the first 3 minutes. It's my entire game. They're in Austin because you gave me this piece of game to play on your piece of PlayStation.
It only became a piece
and
of
it didn't work.
when Jeremy fucked it up. We're back to it.
I can agree. I'll agree on that. Jeremy, you're why Last of Us isn't in Austin.
You're the reason it is only in Austin, because that's all he got to see. The game would freak out and it would like break, and the game would not.
Like,
move
we
forward.
get inside the car, for people that play, we get inside the car to leave, and both the guys in the front seats would do like the Christ pose. Like when any game lags out,
Like
they
they're
always
being
go to
built,
the Christ
you know?
pose. Yeah.
and it gets stuck there. But when I played
sure the
it,
game was
no
great.
problems whatsoever.
Did it really glitch out on you?
Yeah. It did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I didn't want to play the game of the year. That's fine.
You can borrow mine. I have it.
No, I'm good. I'm good. That's all. That's all. I have to pee. We can move to a new topic.
So you're
You
so
gonna
you,
go B?
Yeah, I'm gonna go pee in Austin.
All right.
so
get
you're
stuck there.
So you're Dos Pesos.
Those pesos. Last of Us, great.
Last of Us, great. It's 4. Hey, Leanne, can you think of 3 people with the last name Reynolds?
Like, only famous?
It doesn't matter. Just 3 people with the last name Reynolds. Burt Reynolds.
The third one.
Sorry, trying to think of things.
Hold on.
Would you say also that the Reynolds name is pretty?
I know one more person with the name Reynolds.
I feel like
She's not
Reynolds
famous,
is
but I
a
know
common
Jill
last
Reynolds.
name,
Huh?
though.
Jill Reynolds.
It's not as
She's a
common as
counselor
like Smith
at-
or Williams.
But I feel like it's still a fairly common.
Yeah,
name.
I think it's a fairly common last name.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I just
If
don't-
you could name. If it was, you could name people with that last name. That is like the definition of a common last name.
But there's
Like I think Delara's last name. I can like that's
there's
common.
7 billion people on the planet.
Okay, that's great. There's like 1 billion people on the planet, probably named like.
They say
Hans
Muhammad is
Wai
the
or
most
something.
common name
Exactly.
in the world.
How many
No.
people do you know named Muhammad?
But it is the most common name. It's the most used. Son of a. You're gonna have me killed.
It's like think of like Smith. How many people?
I'm gonna take a phone call. I can't even.
We already had this conversation. It was in the last episode.
Google that.
I know that I noticed you stabbed that guy in the butt.
Yeah, he's
It was
too
kind of
tall.
cool.
But he's like
What?
kicking.
What?
I stabbed him
In-
3 times and looking at his cells right now. It's
What,
perfectly Fine.
What? All right. Good job, Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, see y'all next time. Bye.
Damn it. Why did I do that? Why did I do that?
Well, and there you have it. That's the episode. Hope things weren't ruined for you too much. So we found out about Thor's hammer and how it's a central like point in the universe, and how if I remember, I haven't really. I edited this yesterday on Monday. I'm recording this outro on Tuesday, so I don't really remember what exactly everything we said, which is probably a bad thing to reveal to you. It shows how unprofessional that we are. But that's okay, because it's our second episode, and we don't know what the crap we're doing. We've never done a podcast before, so that's fine. But anyway, we talked about, like, if we didn't say it, I'm going to say it now. We think Captain America, I think Captain America, I don't really think. Shane sort of convinced me. Shane thinks that Cap can pick up the hammer, and he's just humble. He's a nice guy. And you know what? That makes sense, because Captain America is an awesome person, and he's great. So there's that. So yeah, the whole hammer stuff, Meow Meow being a central location, central point in the universe. We talked about why X-Men, the alternate realities, or not alternate realities, that's also a thing in a different episode, alternate, like, secret identities and things like that, and then just talked about Last of Us and the location of it. So what do you think? Like, do you think the whole the hammer thing do you think that's an accurate, theory, that the hammer is on a quantum level, at a central position in the universe and everything else revolves around it? Or is it really like more of a moral kind of mythical thing that it's, it's just who's not worthy? Or do you think the boiled down, like, science part of it is true? Or both of them? Like Thor said in Thor 2, we think science and magic are 2 separate things, but where he comes from, they're one and the same. Do you think X-Men are better than Avengers? For me, I think from a movie standpoint, no. But maybe just overall, maybe X-Men are better. Maybe the whole secret identity thing is a foil that doesn't even need to be there. I don't know. But what do you think about that? Do you prefer Wolverine over Iron Man? Do you prefer Cyclops over Captain America? I don't know. You should go read Avengers vs. X-Men, the story arc. I have it. If you want to borrow it, you should read it. It's really good. You get to see who actually wins. So check that out. And what do you think about Last of Us? Is it in Austin? Is it in Colorado, New York? Where is it at? Did you enjoy the game? What's your favorite game? What is your favorite game, like, for you? Game of the year. Leave it in the comment section, and hopefully you made it this far. Yeah, it'll be fun. So keep the conversation going. We at 2Thirds will try to. I promise you, I 100% guarantee that we will comment and reply back. I know my wife, she commented on the last one, and we didn't say a dang thing. That's different now. It's gonna change. I promise you, we will comment. Hopefully you make it this far. Please, please, please comment. The point is not for us to sit around and talk and pontificate upon ourselves, just so we can hear ourselves sound pretty, because we don't sound pretty. Purpose is to start a conversation about things that we enjoy and things that we think are fun. So leave a comment, and we'll see you next week, where we reveal our thoughts on Avengers Age of Ultron. Did that sound cool? I hope it did. So check it out, listen, keep an eye out for next week, and we'll see ya when we see ya. Thanks for watching us with your ears. Keep on keeping on. I'm gonna figure out how to sign off of this thing well. I don't do it very well right now. So, see you next week.